everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Nicole and I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, and today we are back with another video on why your listings aren't selling and what you can do to fix this. I see so many people that question on the daily why their listings aren't selling and what they can do to improve them. And so I once again went through Poshmark, went through my feed, and came across a bunch of listings where I saw a lot of red flags and a lot of reasons why their listings would not sell. And so I figured if I just took those screenshots and posted them in this video and showed them to you guys, you could see firsthand what people are doing and why their listings aren't selling that quickly. And maybe you could go into your closet and see if any of these apply to you, and you can fix them, and hopefully that will actually help you make more sales and get your listings to sell quicker. So if that is something that is interesting to you, definitely keep watching and make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any other future reselling videos that I do. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so a lot of these examples, you'd kind of be shocked that they actually were the way that they were. I know I was actually pretty shocked going through my feed. I was like, I can't believe this was actually listed like this. But this first example, while the photo is not that great, it's very dark, it's very kind of hard to see the image very well, the title and the description are what is mainly the problem with this listing. So in the title, you see it says one size, and in the description, it says it's another size. So that is kind of confusing to a buyer because they're not really sure what size they're going to get. And so you definitely want to make sure that the size in the title is correct with the size in the description or the photos or anything like that. So make sure that they are consistent. And I know this was probably just a typo, but you definitely don't want to do this, because if someone buys and they get the wrong size, you know, they thought it was one size, but it was really the other, they can actually open a case and get a return going. And Poshmark would probably approve that because you misled them. So you definitely don't want to do that. So make sure that the size is correct in the title and the description, and make sure that corresponds to what the actual size is of the image. I've actually seen that a couple of my items in my closet were actually mismarked. Don't know how that happened. I guess I was in a rush one day and completely mismarked the items and their size. And I was actually doing a silent live once and saw that a couple bathing suits I had were like the completely wrong size. Like I listed that they were a medium when they were like a 14 or something like that. So you definitely want to make sure that the size is correct first off, but then make sure that it's consistent amongst the title, the description, and or the tags and stuff. That will really help your listings so much more than you would possibly think. Okay, so this next picture, there's a couple things that are wrong with the listing. So first off, the item is wrinkled, which really doesn't help sell the item. It kind of looks like you just took it out of the bottom of your closet, hung it on a hanger, and listed it. And to me, that doesn't really scream someone that wants to sell the item. That just screams, I was really, really lazy and I didn't want to take the effort to make a good photo. So a little bit of steaming could go such a long way. I talk about how important it is to steam your items before you list them, and it really just makes such a big difference, and it takes a few minutes to do, and it's so quick and so easy. The next thing that's wrong with this is the title. So the title just says American Eagle shirt. It's very vague, it's very not descriptive, and it really is hard for the buyer to understand what they're getting. And how I always want to look at like listings is to make sure that the title is descriptive, because if someone, for example, is blind and they are reading your descriptions with a description generator tool, they can't really read the description very well if it just says American Eagle shirt. They're not really going to know what they're getting if they do that. And so I always try to like consider that, that maybe everyone's not looking at the pictures completely, or maybe they can't see the pictures. You always want to keep that in mind. And make sure that your titles are descriptive. I could see so many ways that this shirt can be described. I think a good title could be American Eagle Camel Green V-neck t-shirt. If it's like the Soft and Sexy brand, you can write that. You could write the size. I just think it's so much better, and it goes such a long way to at least just describe the item in better detail. Describe what kind of shirt it is. Describe the texture. Describe the, like if it's a V-neck or a crew neck. Describe that, you know, if it's sheer or see-through. Describe the size. Describe the color. Like I said, camo green. That's a lot easier for someone to understand than just saying shirt, because they don't know what color it is when you do that. So I think it would go such a long way for this title to be updated and more explained, and then I think it would help to, you know, really steam the item, and this listing would sell so much quicker. Okay, so this next one is also a title problem. So the pictures are great, however, they are stock photos, so that is something that I really recommend not doing. But I talk about that in a different video, but the pictures look good, but the main problem with this listing is that the title just says ladies dress. This is a beautiful and stunning dress, and I think it could be described so much better, and I think it would help sell the item again. Just like the last tip, I think if you can describe, that it's a long sleeve dress, maybe describe that it has like a ruffly detail on the bottom, maybe describe the colors of it, maybe describe the pattern, and describe the size, because if you just say ladies dress, well, that doesn't really help someone that's trying to buy the item determine if they should buy it or not. And for something that looks this nice of a dress, it is really a shame to not describe it accurately, because it's going to make it harder to sell. And I really find that actually ends up happening, is like the nicer pieces that people don't describe properly end up sitting the longest. And so it really goes back to making sure that title and the description are really accurate and really representative of what the actual item is. Okay, so this next photo, again, is one of those things that kind of shocked me, and I was like, how is this even happening? Why is this even like this? But it's a pair of Levi's men's jeans, but the title says that they are black jeans, but the photos show that they are blue jeans. So whether the photo coloring is off or whether the title is wrong, there's a lot of things that, could be fixed. So either the photos are not an accurate color, which is another red flag. Make sure that the photo is accurate to the actual color of the item. And especially in the cover photo, you want that to be accurate. So if they are actually a true black, but they look blue in the picture, you definitely want to retake that picture, because it's going to be misleading to someone that's buying them. They may think that they actually are blue. So that's the one thing. Make sure that the title matches what the picture shows. And then also make sure that the cover photo is not just a close-up of part of the actual item. You want the cover photo to be the entire item so they actually know what they're getting. In this case, it's a pair of denim jeans. So take a picture of the entire jean, and if you really want to zoom in on the pocket like they do in this picture, take a little zoom in photo and like snap it in the corner of the picture. But you definitely want to have the entire item in the cover photo, because again, people are just scrolling through their feed and they're not going to want to buy something that's just a little tiny square of a pair of pants. So make sure that the cover photo is the entire image displayed, and make sure that it's accurate to color, and that will help sell the item so much quicker. Okay, so this next one was very confusing to me. I came across it in my feed and it said it was a skirt, but it looked to me like an entire outfit. It looked like either a dress or a two-piece set. And what was more confusing is when you actually look at the description, it says that it's a skirt, but you could see pictures of the top part of it as well. So I was thinking that it was a dress. It was very confusing to me. I don't know if it's a two-piece set, a dress, or what, but I do know that it's more than just a skirt because it has the top part. So for me, when I saw that the title said it was a skirt, and then I saw that the description said it was a skirt, and that the tag said it was a skirt, but then it was showing that the entire thing was a dress or a two-piece set, that's really confusing. So you definitely want to clarify and make sure that your title, again, matches the pictures. I feel like I'm harping on this same one so many times, but I came across 3 different examples now where the title didn't match what the description was, or they didn't match the photos. And so to me, that's a huge red flag when I'm going through my feed to purchase things. And if I came across something like that and I was trying to purchase something and it had that, I would skip that item because I would not want to be in a case where I was confused. So definitely make sure that if you are listing something and describing something in the pictures and showing something in the pictures, you want to make sure that that is accurate to the title and the description. And maybe if you are showing the whole set to show what it would look like as a whole set, definitely make sure that you are using that as a disclaimer somewhere in the pictures or the description to say, I'm not selling the full set, but this is just what it would look like. But don't put the full set in the cover photo then, because that's very misleading to someone who thinks that that's what they're going to actually get. And yet again, here we are with a title that does not match the pictures. I think that's just the theme of this video at this point. So this one was a pair of like crocodile or snakeskin print heeled booties, and they are a round toe. But the description or the title says that they are pointed toe. So right there, it's very confusing because pointed toe and round toe are very different, and they are very different when it comes to shoes, especially heels. And you have a wide variety of people that want different things. And so for someone to say that they're pointed toe, but they're really rounded toe, it's a little bit confusing. And for me, I personally only shop rounded toe because I can't walk in the pointed toe because they're just not comfortable. So if I saw that it said that it was pointed toe, I would probably be a little bit turned off from the description, and I probably would just scroll to the next item. So definitely make sure that your title matches and make sure it's accurately described. I think I would describe these as crocodile printed round toe heeled booties or something like that. And I would also describe the color and the size in the title as well, and if I knew what the brand was. But you want to make sure that the title is accurate, because this was very confusing to me when I saw it. Okay, so this next one is very confusing, like a lot of these, but it shows that it's a maxi dress in the title. But to me, it kind of really looks like a robe, and I don't know if that's just the style of it, but it really, really comes across as a robe, and it looks like a silky, like, material. But the title, needless to say, the title is very not descriptive. And so even if it is a dress that just really looks like a robe, then describe the maxi dress a little bit better. Describe the color, describe the texture. You can describe that it is a silky material, or that it's like a yellowish beige color. You can describe that it's long sleeves, because that is a different, like, not everyone that wants a dress wants a long sleeves dress. So definitely, put that out there. You could describe the size of it. It's way better to put all that description in the title than just putting maxi dress. And if this is supposed to be a robe and it's not a maxi dress, definitely don't put that it's a maxi dress, because that is very misleading to someone that thinks that they're buying a dress to go out in. So make sure that that is accurate. It was very hard to tell in the pictures. Like, when I was looking at the pictures, I really thought it was a robe still. I was convinced. But again, maybe it's just a dress that looks like a robe. I'm not sure. Maybe that's maybe that's a style that people like. But again, make sure that that's accurately described, and make sure that that is kind of mentioned in the description. Oh, and the other thing that's wrong with this one is it just says brand new in the description. And so you just see maxi dress brand new. No description on sizing, fit, measurements, material, anything like that. So I think it could really help for this person to include a little bit more details than just brand new, because that doesn't really help determine if the person should buy. I think it really helps, especially with like materials like this, where somebody could be allergic to it. You want to specify what that material is, whether you include a picture of the material tag, or you write it in the description, or describe the measurements and how it would fit, describe how long it is. There's so many different things you can do that could really help someone determine if they should buy this or not. I know another one that you could also mention is that, like, it ties, and that it's adjustable. You could remove the tie. It has pockets. There's so many other ways that you could describe this. And I think putting maxi dress brand new is a little bit not descriptive, and I think it would really help to spice up the listing and really add some details for clarification. Okay, so the next one is, again, a title problem. So this one just says Tom's shoes size 8. And these are new, it looks like, and I think it would really help to describe what these are. I've actually sold a couple pair of these Toms before. I forget what they're actually called, but I would just go back through my listings and find out what it's called, or I would take a picture on the Google Lens app and find out how to accurately describe these kind of shoes. But they're like a cloth material, canvas material, and they're like, slip-ons, or loafers. So I think it would help to describe that more and just say, these are Toms, they're pink, like they're lighter pink, they're like a slip-on loafer, describe them a little bit better. Even if you know like the style name, you could describe it. You could describe the title name as well in the title, and then you could put the size again. But I think it really would help, because just saying Tom's shoes size 8 doesn't really specify what they're getting into. They don't know what the color is, they don't know what the size is, they don't know what the fit is, they don't know what the material is. They don't even know what kind of shoe it is, because you just said it was a pair of Toms. So it would really help to more accurately describe the title. And something I haven't talked about in this video yet, which again is a consistent thing that I talk about in a lot of videos, is to just white out the background. That really goes such a long way, and it helps the items sell quicker. And I see a lot of people ask if that's actually really that important, and yes, it really is that important. It really does go a long way, and Google gives priority to those listings that have white backgrounds, or at least neutral backgrounds. So I highly recommend taking like 2 seconds to at least white out the background of the cover photo. You can use an app called Photo Room, or you could use any other app that whites out the background. They all work really well, but it just takes 2 seconds. You take a picture of the item, which you're doing already to make the listing, and you upload it to Photo Room, and then it whites out the background, and then you can upload it right to Poshmark or any other reselling platform that you're on. But this is such an important thing to do, and it really goes such a long way for the listings. Okay, so this next one is a North Face jacket. I think this one could really improve with the photo. The title is pretty good. It's pretty representative of what the actual item is, but the photo is just a little bit bizarre looking. I think it was taken from a really far away angle, but I think it would help to hang this item on a hanger and just let it hang out, you know, like the arms hang down, because it's very unclear now in this photo, and the shadows look a little weird. It kind of looks like it's almost like two-toned, even though I know it's not. So hang it on a hanger and the actual color will be represented, and it will really help sell the item a lot quicker. And this final one is something I've never really talked about before, but again, I think it would help a lot more in terms of your overall closet and just having your closet look more professional and having your items sell quicker. But this closet I came across had different backgrounds in every photo. Some had a white background, some had, you know, a carpet in the background, some had a wood floor in the background, and it was just different amongst every listing that was listed. And so for me, I find that it just doesn't really help sell your items a lot. And if someone's gonna hop around your closet and see like a couple that look really nice and a couple that don't, it's gonna kind of deter them from wanting to shop your closet. So I just highly recommend whiting out the background of all the listings and trying to keep it as consistent as you can. It will look more professional and it will really just add such a nice touch to your closet. And if you're not going to white out the backgrounds, if you're going to use some neutral color, then do that for all of them. Keep it very consistent on all your listings, and that will help your items sell a lot quicker. So these are more tips that I recommend changing in your closet that are going to help sell your items a lot quicker. Again, these are all things that I came across in a matter of 5 minutes looking through my Poshmark feed. And these are all things that, like, to me, scream, I will not buy this listing, even if I was interested in the item. So for me, these are things that are like instant red flags, and these are things that you should really avoid at all costs and make sure that you're not doing. And I think a lot of these are pretty common sense, but like it's crazy that I saw so many of them in just a small amount of time going through the app, and I'm sure there's a lot more if I continue to go through the app. So definitely make sure that your listings don't have any of these problems. I've also made a couple other videos in the past of things that you should stop doing and why your listings aren't selling, and I've covered some other tips that I didn't mention in this video, because I've always found that there's way more things than just simply one or two things that people are doing wrong. And a lot of people always ask me like how they can get their items to sell more, or can I check out their closet and give them tips. And a lot of these things are the things that I would come across and see and tell them. So I just figured these kind of videos are really helpful for someone that's really trying to make their closet better and make more sales. So hopefully this was helpful for you. And if you think that you don't have any of these problems with your closet, definitely double check your closet, because even me, who's been constantly trying to improve their closet over the years, I've found some of these problems with my closet. So I think it happens to all of us. Sometimes we're just in a rush and things happen, but definitely check your closet. Even if you're confident that you don't have these problems, you'll probably find at least one or two listings that have this problem. And so make sure that you check your closet very carefully and make sure that your pictures and titles and everything is up to date and everything is accurate, and it will really help sell your items a lot quicker. So if you want to see those other videos that I talk about on things that are, you know, making your listings not sell quick on Poshmark, you can click right here. I talk about a bunch of other tips that are really helpful that you can use. And if you want to see a video on reselling hacks that I think you should try that will help you have better luck with reselling in general, you could click right here. But until next time, I will see you then.